Thank you for coming. Beautiful 274 ebony gold encrusted rose point vase. This is pretty hard to find. And an equally beautiful covered candy in gold rose point. They did not etch the bottoms in this time frame, so this is correct. And this is actually to hold a wine bottle is what it is. People think they're trivets, but they really aren't. They're plate glass that Cambridge etched, and they were made for a silver company. There are two sizes. This is the small size. The large size is quite rare, and it is not a trivet. Seen these on eBay recently listed as a trivet, but they do go on here, and it is a wine bottle holder is what it is. Sterling silver. This is the thumper mold that the Lynn family in Newark owned. The original was made around Viking, and the mold was purchased by the Lynn, L-Y-N-D family, and Mosser made the glass for them. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but hazarding a guess, this is a broken Cambridge dolphin that has been in the ground. And I honestly think if you take Fantastic to it, it'll all come off of it. I don't know if somebody thought it was a finish, but I think it's basically a crystal, part of a crystal dolphin candlestick that's been buried. Beautiful light emerald decagon bowl, etched 731 Rosalie. It is signed. The question is it light emerald green? Yes. What does Nanking mean? It's Nanking with a G, and that is the color of green enamel. Nanking green enamel. Nice piece. What would be the date? Late 20s, early 30s. This is a little light emerald sort of colored piece with dolphin handles by Fenton, made in the late 20s. Also came in pink, amber, and aqua blue. This is a sun-colored, beautifully sun-colored individual sugar in Caprice. There is no Heather Bloom Caprice. Don't look for Heather Bloom Caprice. There is no Heather Bloom Rose Point. Don't look for Heather Bloom Rose Point. There were some unscrupulous people 30, 40 years ago that were getting sun-colored things and selling them for Heather Bloom. So interesting oval dresser box with a celluloid lid. I haven't got a clue in the world. It's neat. I have no idea who made it glass. Nothing to identify. Has a rather elementary gray cutting on it. Sorry. Beautiful, beautiful Fostoria vase. Nice. Looks very reminiscent of Martha etching. Somebody copied somebody. A pulled stem from the Ohio Valley. I can't pin it down to a company. It's definitely not Cambridge. It's not their amber. It's not their finish on the top. It's not their connection down here. I don't even have a guess, unfortunately. This appears to be a Candlewick one bead iced tea. That's a pretty good piece. I do not know who made this. I've seen this. The square is cut. It is reminiscent of Cambridge Square. However, it has a slight safety rim, an machined anti-chipping device at the top, and a gray cutting. I can't tell you who made it. Obviously copied Cambridge Square. Yes? Libby? Libby. That would be my guess. I don't know that, but that would be my guess. Boy, this is Stump the Dummy tonight. Yes, I've never seen this before. Again, reminiscent of Cambridge Square. Of course, the square is flared out a little bit. I have no idea. This is pretty nice glass. This is Cambridge Tempo stemware with the starburst cutting on it. A little bit late, but nice piece. This pattern was made at Cambridge. Whether this wine was made at Cambridge or not, I cannot tell you, but this pattern some of it was national molds. And we have a piece of this in the museum. But I'm not sure if they made the wine. Some of the national molds didn't come to Cambridge, but it is the pattern. This is a great, one of the things I forgot last night, bird on the stump, flower frog. They're quite rare. This is, unfortunately, pretty new glass. These are coming from France. Department store animal figurine, nice quality. Same way with this real cool pelican. These are coming out in department stores too, very high quality, French. And another nice French piece. This is signed and says, I'm not sure. It says France. And it has a price tag on it of $350. It obviously costs a lot more than that. It's a copy of a really well-known Lalique pattern. It is not Lalique though. I can't quite read it. It's a script signature. It's nice quality. This is a Gillander lion paperweight. Gillander was an old company from Philadelphia. And they made glass at the 1876 Centennial Exposition. And this was the pattern they made at the 1876 Centennial. It was Frosted Lion. It comes in the rampant lion form, reclining. Also comes in just the head of a lion paperweight. It's a nice piece. It's old. More of the French animals or Irish animals. Yeah, this one's Irish. Says Waterford, made in Ireland. Unfortunately, Waterford is no longer owned by the Irish. The Japanese own Waterford, and they are churning animals out like crazy. It's a very cute cat. Again, one of the French rabbits. Cool. This is the large size Cambridge rabbit box and bunny box. They are hard to find. It has, it says $19.26. I'll take it. Pads on the feet. That's the easy way to discover the Cambridge bunny boxes. This is the later style that does not have the lip on the bottom that goes into the mouth. The later ones are just flush. This is a rather generic, unfortunately, baked apple dish with a nice gray cutting. Would be impossible to pin down. Cambridge did make a dish like this. I don't know how you would prove it one way or the other. Very high quality. A great little Rose Point mustard with a sterling lid and a sterling Rose Point spoon in it. Not the correct spoon, but very nice.
What would be the correct spoon?
Would be a little ladle. Would be a little ladle. This is a master salt spoon in Wallace Rose Point. And this is unusual 3900 Rose Point sugar bowl with a sterling foot. Very unusual to see this on a later piece like this, because 3900 was the last line. Boy, another I don't know. Nice colonial or community plate that has been cut. It's all been cut around here to look like it was hammered. And then this was satin finished, and they polished the bottom, and it makes the star look like it's cut. I have no idea. I don't think anybody's capable of pinning this down. Wonderful, wonderful buffet server in 3500 line rose point. No, it comes apart. It has a saucer ring, an indent in the middle of what would normally be a large cake plate that this sits in. And this one has been ground slotted to hold a ladle, which is very unusual. This piece itself is a covered bonbon or sweetmeat in rose point gadroon. It's made out of the cream soup mold, left the way it comes out of the mold. And then with this lid, which is not an urn lid, it's a different lid. And this one's been cut slotted, which Cambridge did do cut slotting on pieces. I've never seen this before, but they did do it.
Lynn,
Yes.
the soup, did it have two handles?
The cream soup had two handles. Yes, it did. This is a great gold crystal etched wildflower piece with the filigree on it. Usually see the filigree on gold crystal apple blossom, but this is a wildflower example. It's very unusual what they've done to the keyhole. This is a nice footed oil and vinegar that it says ketchup on it instead in rose point. Should have a mushroom stopper. The ketchup bottle is very rare. It's very, very unusual. This is a real unusual piece of decalware in light emerald satin. Usually decalware is on crystal. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. The question was, is it Cambridge? No. Mirror Images owned this mold. I think Mosser owns the mold now. It's been made extensively in a sort of moonlight blue. If you get to looking at moonlight blue and you can see there's a difference. It's a little duller. There's a lot of them coming out in pink and Vaseline. This is an original mold that Cambridge owned. They won it in a lawsuit with a man from France who had this mold made to copy the draped lady into a lamp mold. And Cambridge won it in the lawsuit. As far as we know, Cambridge made this in crystal. But there are sled loads of reproduction ones coming out, primarily Vaseline or this blue. Summit, made some of the first ones to begin with. This is a moonlight blue Cambridge slant ashtray that says John J. Shryock, 75th anniversary. And this is a nice little Cambridge ashtray. It says, Welcome 308th Engineers, August 1 and 2, 1936, Cambridge, Ohio. This is an etching. And if you look real closely, you can see a little bit of the C in the triangle left in the middle of the word engineers. That Cambridge used a lot of ashtray molds for advertising purposes for companies. This is a souvenir of the Old Home Week, Cambridge, Ohio, October 2nd to 8th, 21, meaning 1921. It says the Cambridge Glass Company, Cambridge, Ohio. They must have made 1 million of these. And I'm not sure exactly what the Old Home Week was, but whatever it was a big event. Because we've seen a lot of them. This is a real unusual take on the stack ashtray set with the pin. These are drilled to go on the pin. This is a lovely, nice pastel grouping. These come quite often moonlight blue and gold mixed, or 4 colors, or 4 dark colors, or all crystal. This is a really cool setup, this one. This is a really great inkwell that has a Cambridge inkwell insert in it. These come in opal, amethyst, or royal blue. And they were made for this inkwell company, and they fit real nice into the little inkwell. This one has a Cambridge label on it, which usually you don't see, but once in a while they'll have a Cambridge label on them. Really a nice piece. We left it out so nobody would dump it. This is a great willow blue Aquaria with the arrow optic and the majestic etching on it. It's a great piece. I have seen these candlesticks many times. They were made in the 30s. I still don't know who made them. Originally, they had a Beaubochet with prisms hanging down. I've also seen them drilled for electric lamps. I have no idea who made them. They're in Weatherman's book as an unknown. Sorry. This says 50 Shades of Amber and Mocha. This is a real amber one. This is a real amber one in a little lighter color. These are two pale amber or maybe Madeira. They're all Favor Vase cordials, and this is a real Mocha. Mocha has a bright gold cast to the amber. Some of them may be just slips in the manufacture, and some of them may be on purpose. The dark amber one is the hardest one, of course. This is a blown tally-ho goblet in Minerva with gold trim. Wonderful piece. Isn't that pretty? Wonderful. These are the Rubina ram's head candlesticks. Generally, you see the Rubina dolphins with the ram's head bowl. They did make some of these. They had trouble with this. Rubina is a funny color. It's a reactive color, and it reacts differently to different molds. And it did not react good to the Doric columns or the twist candlesticks. So they resorted to making the dolphins and Rubina to go with the ram's head. And I have never seen a pair that had really good color. They usually are a muddy, green. They never have blue in them. They're rare, but unfortunately they never have good color. It's a really interesting pair of Charlton Crown Tuscan decorated candlesticks. Real neat enamel on them. These also come with blue background and blue on the cups with the same decor on them. Very, very, very rare Crown Tuscan Everglades tulip bowl. This is unusual. This is super unusual. Beautiful topaz Everglades stein and an equally nice topaz Chelsea covered candy. What a great piece. This is actually the footed tumbler with a little lid on it made into a candy. That's what it is. This is a great Pilsner glass with the Chicago World's Fair Cambridge enamel on it. You see Pilsners, and I've seen a tumbler and a couple of bud vases. This is the tomato enamel. It is a Cambridge enamel with a matching juice glass. Nice. This is a wonderful, wonderful California Bears Cambridge decorated Varsity Series ice bucket. Has the original little label on it. I'm not sure what's going on with this. They're showing up all over the place, and they're all misshapen. It's the inverted strawberry jelly compote or child's punch bowl mold. And it's showing up in this odd light emerald, not quite Cambridge light emerald. And most of them seem to be folded in, and some of them are folded in one side, and they're all like they're sagging in the leer or something. They're misshapen. We're not sure who's got this mold, but they are not Cambridge. Unusual, pristine, low stem footed tumbler with the rings etching on it. Cool. Rings cutting. Very, very unusual wildflower pristine ice bucket. They made the pristine ice bucket by taking the tally-ho rings off of it. Usually see it in Rose Point. Equally unusual. I can't say this ladle belongs in it. It is a Cambridge ladle. Clio ice bucket in the we can't figure out how this happened mold. It's a takeoff on Decagon, and yet it has a 3900 line edge, and it's signed in its Clio, which makes it late 20s, early 30s, but 3900 line didn't come out until 4950, so we're not sure what the deal is on this thing. But it's obviously older, and maybe they retooled the Decagon bucket, and this is where the 3900 line idea eventually came from. It's much older than 3900 line, and it comes in the full-size ice bucket, and this is the ice tub. It's a rare piece one way or the other. This is a really cool Westmoreland tripod vase in their English hobnail pattern. It's hard to find. Equally rare royal blue Cambridge double dolphin candlesticks. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And even rarer royal blue keyholes done in gold Portia. These are gorgeous. Oh, wow. Nice, nice, nice. Beautiful Rubina dolphin candlesticks. The funny thing about the dolphin candlesticks is that they're always pretty color, whereas the Dorics never are. So my thought is, I'm still, this is a guess, that it had something to do with the mold. Certain of the molds are always beautiful. The vases always have beautiful blue in them. Certain of the bowls are gorgeous. Certain of the bowls are muddy. And I think it just has something to do with the mold. What? I don't know. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. But I have yet to see a pair of dolphins that were not pretty. It's an unusual Elaine bowl with an etched foot and etched gadroon edge. This is not a satin finish. This is etching. This is wonderful. It's wonderful. And a very, very unusual, you usually see these in Crown Tuscan, square Elaine urn vase. Neat. And this is the divided salad dressing bowl that usually comes this way with two ladles and an underplate. And this one has a candy box lid on it in tally-ho and forest green. Nice piece. Unusual. This is a beautiful amethyst, which is much rarer than green, buzzsaw carnival tankard pitcher. And it is not signed. These are real unusual. I've never seen these pump bottles done in gold. And this is Cambridge gold. This is not somebody else doing this. This is Cambridge gold. And they have brass fittings. Beautiful. These were made for the Say When Corporation in Cleveland. So they took the collar and cut, and you can see the bevel cutting around the tops where they've cut the rest of the neck off to make them take the pumps. I've never seen them done in gold. Neat. So this is a real neat pen tip holder for the desk set, and it has part of the Majestic etching on it, the drapey part. Cool. Great royal blue statuesque cigarette holder with ashtray foot. Most of the cigarette holders have a satin nude stem. We don't know why. The shiny stem is much rarer than the nude, than the in the cigarette holder than the transparent. But it sure is pretty that way. Sure is pretty that way. Beautiful, beautiful sterling overlay cocktail shaker. Don't see this very often. It's a tilt ball jug, and it has a cork type stalker. They never fit good because these corks have all shrunk. so they never fit down. But they are ground in here to take the cork stopper. Beautiful cattail and duck decoration. This is not the typical Rockwell mallard ducks. These are more like geese, and it's signed Rockwell on the bottom. Beautiful.
Lynn,
Yeah.
what's the red piece?
What's the red piece? It's Bakelite. Comes in black, green, and red. This also comes in chrome. This is the rare part right here. That they are hard to find. This guy just pulls out the spout. And these tops are, I've seen I don't know how many of these cocktail shakers ball with no fitting on them.
We actually saw one 3 days ago.
The fitting is the hard part.
Yeah, in Indiana. We were
Yeah.
going through it. In fact, we sent a picture to.
And of course, this one won't go into the other Cambridge things. It takes this because it's a different setup. It's flat. It's flat. Bread and butter plate in Carmen, done in gold Portia. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Milk glass Everglades, tulip vase, and a torte plate. And they fit together real good. There's a real good sink in this tray. And the vase fits down in it real good. This is a Rose Point flared whiskey. That's not right. And it's not Cambridge. I'm not sure who or what, but it's not right. Wonderful. They used to call this lady blowing bubbles. I don't know why they said, because she's not, blowing bubbles. She's just, it looks to me like she's swimming. And bubbles. Yeah, nymph. That works. And this is a very odd stopper for this decanter. This decanter generally carries a golf ball or a plain round ball. This stopper is somewhat different than the Cambridge stopper. It has less neck than the typical octave. I'm sure it's Cambridge, but it isn't the typical stopper for this bottle. Very, very unusual emerald green vase, actually listed on the near cut pages in several sizes. Comes in crystal and early emerald. This is not forest green. Ivory center handled server with blue willow on it. Ebony community, a short vase with the beautiful roses painted on it. And this is a Payton City footed vase with a tulip etching, very reminiscent of the Cambridge tulip etching, but not exactly the same. This was also made into a water pitcher. Got some pieces of Rose Point, and here is a real one of these. This is a double old-fashioned. This is the shammed and unshammed whiskey glasses in Rose Point. This is the rather odd, sort of flared tumbler. I wouldn't bet the ranch it's Cambridge. Oh, okay, okay.
So these are all the sea line.
Yeah, okay. I knew the glass was not Cambridge. Yeah, I knew that's what. But Cambridge etched them. Yeah, the late ones. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now these old fashions, as far as I know, Cambridge made those. Yes, a shammed and an unshammed. Yep. And then we have two punch cups, we think. This is definitely a punch cup, Martha line, but it does not have the Martha flower in the bottom of it. It's 6 ounces. The regular coffee cups are wider, and they are 8 ounces. This is hopefully a punch cup, but I wouldn't bet the ranch that it's a punch cup.
Same size.
We'd like to think it's a punch cup, but it's pristine, 6 ounce, and there's the possibility it fits on a canopy tray, and there's also the possibility that it is a custard cup. A lot of the companies sold what they called a custard cup that looked like a punch cup, but they didn't make a punch bowl. And we're hoping this is a punch cup and there's a punch bowl out there someplace. There are a couple of these known in Crown Tuscan also, and we really think the possibility of a Crown Tuscan matching punch bowl is pretty slim, unfortunately. So, but it is blown and it is part of the pristine line, and it's very rare. What did I miss? Anything? Oh, some new arrivals. That's okay. They look pretty good. Look pretty good. Here's a beautiful pair of ivory ball stem candlesticks with the urn etching, the hanging garden urn etching. Beautiful. Very, very, very unusual amber Gloria vase. Seldom ever see this shape. If you see it, it'll have Betty on it. Isn't that pretty? Wow, it's a great shape. Ooh. This is a really ugly Carmen Tally-Ho ice bucket done in gold D1007/8. Isn't that romantic? Tally-Ho ice bucket. Beautiful. Gold handle. Beautiful piece of glass. There is one with a slightly larger opening that has a lid on it that's a pretzel jar. And you can see one in the museum. Beautiful piece. These are really cool. This is what I've always called the ketchup bottle decanter. It's a tall wine decanter. It generally comes in Rose Point or Diane. These are cranberry flashed and cut through. They do have the correct stopper on them, which is a miracle. And a lot of these stoppers are repaired. They'll be a little too short because this gets chipped. Some company has cranberry flashed them and engraved them. They're beautiful. Wow. Pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Thank you. Wow, this is great. I'd like to own this. They made these in avocado, crystal, peach blow, and light emerald, but this is the first one I've seen with majestic etching on it. That is great. What a wonderful piece. As is this, what I always called the vegetable bowl, except up on the keyhole stem, it's a fruit bowl. Gold crystal etched in Portia. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. 3130 willow blue 8-ounce goblet with blue enamel, Rosalie etching. That's nice. That's really nice. Wow, this is beautiful. We still don't know what about this stuff. It has a slight opalescence to it. It's just about the color of goldenrod if it was refired to bring out the opalescence, and we're not sure. It generally is a perfume bottle, a powder jar, or a mayonnaise compote. This is the first time I've seen the covered candy. Some people think this is golden showers. I don't know. It's rare, whatever it is. This is a little whiskey snifter that has a line here, and that's how far you were supposed to fill it. And it says Hotel Astor on it. And Cambridge did do a Hotel Astor etching. Whether it's Cambridge or not, I cannot say. a London dock. Okay. Huh. Well, it sure is cool. It sure is. It's funny because the etching is so transparent, you know. But it sure is neat. A London dock. And what was a London dock for? Don't know. Must have been some expensive liqueur, if that's all you got. Must have been Drambuie or Cointreau or something like that. So, pretty cool. Did I miss anything? Thank everybody for bringing your glass. If you need to come up here and touch it, be careful, because it's not mine. So, but I will take the door prize and leave. Some